Welcome to Upturned Table. I'm Jeremy, and today we are playing John Carter of Mars, Adventures on the Dying World of Barsoom. This is session 6, and I'm with Matt and Will. Hello, guys.
Good.
Guten Abend.
You almost had the name of it down this time. Almost.
Yes, almost. I know. Those titles are too long. Yeah, Conan has a subtitle like that too. All right. So yeah, I guess we can do a little recap up to where we are, and it's not really retcon, but we need to do a little bit something else before the ambush, before you guys are confronted again. That will kind of add some detail and some options and things for you. All right. So recapping our last session. So recapping session 5. So returning to the residence of Nalan Tir, you find it swarming with Helium Red Guard. Gell Moran, advisor to Jed Mors Kajak, accuses you of kidnapping Nalan Tir, the murder, or I guess the slaughter of a security team, and the bodyguard of Lady Dal Vora, an Okaran Diplomat to Helium, and her kidnapping. So you find that Lady Dal Vora has, who you've previously known as Scoma, has been released from her bonds and is dressed and is now giving orders and wants you to be taken into custody. The Red Guard attempts to arrest you, but Za causes a number of the Red Guard to hesitate, giving the party. Did I get that wrong? Which one of you did the speech that kind of stopped the? I
talked and threatened him, and then Matt did the vamp become a NPC guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. All right. And so they hesitated, giving the party a chance to escape. So von Klumpt, disguising. That's right. And holding Gell Moran at knife point, posing as one of the Red Guard. Von Klumpt holds a dagger to Gell Moran's throat and causes the Red Guard to hesitate, allowing them to escape through the recently repaired window. So a mighty leap onto a waiting thoat below, and Za was able to call a second smaller thoat for von Klumpt to ride, and with the father and son, with Nalan Tir and Tirol, you escaped the clutches of the Helium Red Guard and Gell Moran.
It took us a while. I think my thought was a little special.
Yeah, well, it ran its little heart out for you, though.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So, yeah, after a very harrowing chase, so the two of you separated and decided that you would meet back at Ka Zara, the Black Hole Tavern, and so you took alternate or separate routes there through the city, and after a harrowing chase, avoiding flyers and being caught by the pursuing soldiers, you were able to lose them, but this also caused the loss of the thoat that von Klumpt was riding. Ran his little heart out. But you were able to.
He survived. I gave him some water. He was going to be okay.
That's right. Yes.
Don't you kill him?
No.
I don't know why, but I pictured him like skidding to a stop with his head on the ground. You know.
Yes. So you safely made it to the hideout, or to the Black Hole, and were reunited with Tan Vorn, who had made a hasty exit when he saw the Red Guard waiting at the residence, bringing you back from the ruins of Korvas. So Nalan Tir is hidden in a secret room at the tavern, along with his research journals and the metallic data disk that you secured from the archives. And Tirol is needed to secure a device to help transcribe the data on the disk. So Tirol, the son, and Tan Vorn leave to find that device. Von Klumpt speaks with Nalan Tir and convinces him the danger of the data that they've secured, and that he should probably destroy it after he's extracted what he needs for his research. All right. And you, of course, get interrupted. I think probably interrupted from sleep would make a little bit more sense, because we need some hours. So before there's any airships or anything, after you've come back, so let's pick up with von Klumpt coming back to tell Za of his kind of moral victory, convincing Nalan Tir about the data. So you're seated back in the tavern. So it's still late in the middle of the night.
And the door. With you. I didn't think you would go that direction.
Well, the best course of action here is to make Nalan Tir feel he's accomplishing his goals, but not to give over to our new enemies things we don't want them to have.
That seems wise.
Real quick, Jeremy, because I'm greedy. Did we get any luck?
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's redo that, because we haven't done luck and threat. So do you have anything remaining from last session?
I have 1 luck and 0 momentum.
I have all my luck, so I'm good. We can just pass.
Ah!
All right. So, but based on the exciting escape and the impersonating of the guard and everything, I think worked well, making your escape easy, because there would have been a lot more physical struggling. If you wouldn't have been able to do that, there would have been a lot more physical struggle with the guard themselves. So it would have been real difficult to get out of there with a room full of soldiers. So 2 luck then for each of you guys up to the maximum, and
that's 0 for me.
Rise up. Okay, so what you're at 3 now, or at 2? What's your? Oh, it's your lowest.
I'm at 3. Yeah.
Okay, 3.
I'm at 3 also now.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's right. Okay, so I'll be at 6 threat. All right, pretty threatening. Yeah, so to give you a sense too of the scale, 1 threat I can seize initiative or add a complication. 2 threat I can add a danger or something that makes things much more difficult, more than a complication, much more difficult for you. And up to 6 I can make a huge change, like an escape, like someone escaping your clutches, or
a giant ship showing up.
Yeah, right. A giant ship showing up. That's right. Or an airship, a royal airship appearing. And for something like 8 threat, I can make a huge change, like a city turning against you. There's a lot of things. Yeah, there's a lot of things that can happen. So, and those kind of spends are going to be coming up, where having that large amount of threat, I can have a big influence on kind of where you can go and what you can do. So just to kind of give you a scale of that.
So what you're saying is that Za's going to be really mad at me pretty soon.
Quit giving him threat. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Do you have a cap?
I don't believe so. No, I think it's I don't think there's any. Yeah.
Great.
What's your lowest stat? That's the question.
Right.
That's how
mine is 4.
No, not yours. Not yours.
The narrator has my stats are all infinite. Yeah, I don't believe there's nothing that I saw that limits the amount, but it does reset, each session. If I don't spend it, I lose it. So the temptation to, because it's just generated from how you guys are doing, basically, like directly opposing you. So that means also, if there's the more players, the larger that pool starts out. So I can make some huge moves. If there's 4 players, I can make some huge moves like right away. which is, is pretty scary. I think I'm getting used to this to the 2-player thing. So if we play a bigger session, that might get challenging. All right, yeah. So we're all set. So 6 threat. You guys both have 3 luck each. Okay, and yeah. So you're in late night, and you hear some kind of commotion in the back, and Tirol actually emerges from. He was let in through through some other passage into the tavern, and was discussing things with his father, and he urgently wants to speak with you. So Tirol approaches you and says, I was able to locate a device that will allow my father to transcribe the data that we retrieved from the archives. So he's in the process of doing that right now. But where I secured this device from, they told me something very interesting. It seems that the Eidolon have re-entered the ancient city of Korvas, and they have also secured a copy of this data from the archives. They used high explosives to gain access and probably to chase away any threats. So they came in very heavily rearmed, and so now we don't have any advantage, as they also were able to retrieve. And the source that I spoke to also said that they must have paid a king's ransom for to find another radium torch, but they were able to secure a radium torch and went in very hard into the city and blew the archives wide open and secured the data. So obviously they have resources beyond what we've seen so far.
These Eidolon, they must have important backers here.
Yes, my source spoke wanted to only speak to me with anonymity and to not. So this seems like they're also generating quite a large amount of fear in the city. He wouldn't speak openly to me about what he had known.
Well, Scoma was staying with one of the Jeddaks, correct?
Yes.
So, and she was ordering those guards around. I'm thinking he's either in this or a pawn of them in some way. Maybe we should go visit him.
Her patron, though, just because I am not clear on your Barsoomian politics, he was not the leader of the city, correct? He was a noble, but not the leader.
Yeah. Yes. The Jed Mors Kajak is kind of in the book they call it equivalent to a king, but there's a king of kings basically. The Jeddak is the king of kings, so he is basically like a city governor or the head of the city, the leader of the city, but also the son of the Jeddak. Mors Kajak is the son of the Jeddak of Helium, so basically the son of the king. And when Gell Moran was introduced himself, he introduced himself as the consort, the advisor of the Jed.
Right, so he's the top dog in this city.
Yes,
correct?
right. Yeah, in the city. Yeah, he would be the highest political office in the city.
So his father is in
Greater Helium.
Yes.
Yes.
Greater Helium.
Okay. Well then, and I'll drink the rest of my drink and stand up and straighten the uniform jacket I don't have.
All right.
And I think we need to consider leaving for the other city. Or
Udonga or Greater Helium?
Greater Helium. Or dealing with this princeling here, but that would be certainly the more dangerous route.
Well, we've already faced off against his guards before. They don't seem to hold up much of a threat. We might be able to do the same move that you did before. Fly in at night, have some words with him. If we have an evac ready, if things go badly, we can just leave. You have no ties here.
Well, that's for certain.
I can trade somewhere else, I'm sure.
Let's talk to Nalan Tir and try to get a sense of how well he knows this princeling and what he thinks of convincing him to see things our way. I'm gonna try to head out to Nalan Tir's room.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you see him out with a small device that he's attached the metallic disc to, and it seems to be transcribing it into a some sort of other version of hard data that he can have access to. So yeah, there's a small device kind of whirring away with the metal disc when you enter his little quarters.
Herr Doctor, may we have a word?
Yes, of course. It will take some time for my data to transcribe. So what is it?
We're just discussing our next moves, and I wanted your opinion. What's his name again, Za?
Jed Mors Kajak.
Yes, what he said. Do you think you can convince him? Because we're starting to think that he is deeply involved with the Eidolon.
Oh, I wouldn't. I've always known Jed Mors Kajak as a very honest man. I've presented my research several times in front of him and his court. So I wouldn't think anything ill of him. If there is some sort of, if they have advanced this technology and they do have some sort of hold on his mind, that would be the only reason I could see for him to make any sort of dishonest or kind of unlawful play against you. I definitely think he's a man of honor and would understand the truth of our situation. And obviously, I'm not you're not my captor. I'm not your kidnapping victim. So all of these charges that you've been accused of could be explained to him. I'm sure of it.
If we were to get you a private audience with him, you think you could convince him?
Oh, I'm sure of it. Yes, okay. I have met with him before, so he would know who I am. My reputation, my prominence in the scientific community would allow me most likely to speak with him. But the man that we encountered in the residence, Gell Moran, he has me worried. I don't believe I've never met him before. He's never been present at any of my presentations. So he's a new figure in this situation, a new player in the court of Mors Kajak. So I'm not certain what we would be dealing with if he truly is the advisor to the Jed.
Excellent. How much more time do you require?
It will probably take for me to extract everything. It will probably take all night. This is a kind of a weaker portable device, but it will be sunrise, I'm sure, before I have everything secured.
What do you require after transcription to complete your work?
I just need to make either back at my residence or anywhere. I need to be able to physically print onto vellum or sheets these this data, so that then I can have a readable copy. Currently, the device that I'm using is translating these ancient symbols into readable Barsoomian.
So you're. This is a man from 1914 Earth. So
Yes.
he's like, so you need a printing press?
Yes, something. Yes, it would be the equivalent to that, but something that will put this data onto sheets of readable and editable. Editable print. Yes, print. I guess print would be a way to say it.
Is our little buddy back?
Oh yes, yeah. He arrived
Tan
with.
Vorn?
Yeah, he arrived back with Tirol. Yeah, so Tan Vorn and Tirol had both returned.
Lukas will excuse himself. Keep up the work, Nalan Tir. If there's any way to get it done before daybreak, I think that would be a good idea.
Oh, all right. I'll do my best then.
I'm gonna go talk to Tan Vorn and.
Okay.
The doctor will need a printing device. Do you know of anywhere in town where we could procure that?
Oh, sure. I mean, it's a pretty common thing. Probably any standard, library or research building, and I'm sure the professor has his own at his residence.
I don't really want to go back to the residence because I feel like it's probably being watched. Would you mind seeking out maybe a out of the way device that we could?
Sure. Yes, of course.
Use.
Yes. Let me consult with the Nalan Tir and find out exactly what he needs, and I can secure that. All right. Yeah. So you sent. So Tan Vorn will do that. He'll find out exactly what's needed and either find a place that has it or bring the device back itself if it's actually portable.
All right.
So are you thinking we get his data, get everything in line, and then try to meet up with the Jed, show him the data?
It seems the correct course, no?
I only see that or destroy all the data and leave this city, so...
Yeah. That is an option as well.
I guess we try your way.
Destroying the threat of destroying the data may be the only thing that gets us out of the city if it doesn't go well. But we'll see.
Well, now they've gotten their own copy. I feel that perhaps we need to go destroy that, maybe sooner than later before they can transcribe it. I wonder if they have camps or someplace that we can run this place down, run the data down.
Perhaps. Or do you think they would bring it back to the city, maybe to that underling's residence or something?
Well, okay, so in general, the Eidolon, they've been out camping around Kazar, right? Or whatever. Isn't that what Korvas.
Yes, right. There's several encampments, both outside the lesser and greater Helium, and then and the one you saw outside the gates of the city of Korvas.
I would think that they would have this. Well, I think that they would have what they needed there to do their plans. It makes no sense to ferry it into her small abode to print it. I imagine once they get the data, they would bring her the prints, assuming that she's actually the one who's in charge and not this Jed after all.
So perhaps you and I should venture out while the others work on this?
Yes, that maybe we can do a run by some of their camps and see if they have the systems on board. So we're talking about they need like an HP printer, right? It's not like a
Right.
gigantic facility. So
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
You
it
can't
would be.
just from a distance see if they have it. We'll have to get into tents and or other things to actually know.
Yes. Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, you'd have to. You'd have to search for it. It wouldn't be so obvious. Yeah, from the air or anything, you wouldn't be able to see.
And it was Tyrell that told us that they had gone back in the city, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yes, yeah, they'd gone back to Korvas. Yeah. He was the one when he was securing the device that was told that they made a heavy assault on Korvas to.
I'm gonna ask Tyrell, who told you this? How long ago was it? And did they tell you anything else about what the Eidolon are up to, where they might be?
No, they were the person I spoke to, as I said, was very reluctant to say this, but my inquiry for this device, made him understand that we are kind of competing parties, and he wanted to warn me. But he said he didn't say anything about their about their current location, but that the during the day, earlier in the day, there were these explosions were heard. And there were reports that someone had flown into the city and caused these explosions, and then it was made. It was obvious that it was the Eidolon, but I don't. As far as where they went after that, I don't have any. He didn't have any information.
Okay. Do you think we should ride out to that camp, Zaw?
It sounds like maybe we should. There's multiple camps out there, though, correct? Like there was the two that we kind of dealt with, but there's even more than that.
Yeah, right. There's the Eidolon have kind of sprung up all around Barsoom near major cities. There's encampments.
There was one staked out close to the ruined city
near Korvas. Yes, yeah, near the ruined city. There is one specific one. The one that you dealt with, where you were able to distract the green Martians from.
Seems like we should go to that one. Maybe.
Yeah, and I think Sashi will be more stealthy than a glider would be.
Yeah. And I don't want to fall. Well, he'll kind of look over his guardsman uniform and equipment that he's stolen and say, I'm ready when you are.
Oh. All right, so you're going to dress as the Red Guard, as like a Helium Red Guard?
For now, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I was like in drag for 3 sessions, so this is something new.
Right. All right. So leaving Nalan Tir to his work, you come back into the main room of the tavern, and there is a figure waiting there for you, in a dark robe. So a hooded, robed figure is standing in the middle of the room, and there are still. It's late at night, but the tavern owner is still there, and next to this figure is a young yellow Martian, and when you enter the room, he points to you. The robed figure hands him some coins, and he leaves. He leaves out the front door.
The robed figure leaves, or
I'm sorry, the young Martian, the young yellow Martian leaves. So he points you out, and is obviously compensated for his identifying you, and he leaves. The robed figure removes his hood, and you can see that he is a white Martian. And he immediately introduces himself to you. I am Duran Tai of the Holy Thurn. I am seeking allies against the Eidolon threat. So I'm here to offer you information and alliance in your dealings with this scourge, these heretical outcasts of the Holy Thurn. So you see, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so the White Martians were the ones who've been secretly in charge until recently, correct? Or
Yes, right. Yeah, they established this kind of this fraud religion. So there's still people that believe there's something, even though their god Isis has been found to be a fraud, and basically people that offer themselves to this religion are just enslaved or eaten or were eaten by their goddess. But the Holy Thurn is still an intact group and kind of the original people. So they're very rare.
And do the White Martians, they just look like red Martians, but they're white kind of thing?
Yeah, they're much closer to human. Maybe people would have mistaken von Klumpt for a white Martian at first, seeing him. If you weren't so sunburnt, maybe they would have mistaken.
Von Klumpt's gonna kind of step back next to Za and whisper out the side of his mouth, "Aren't these the fake priests that people are talking about?"
And yeah, I'll step forward, like kind of between me and Von Klumpt, and say, yes, they are. They lied and subjugated people all over this country. I don't know if we want to ally ourselves with them. As I'm just like staring at him grumpily.
Right.
Well, I'll look between a couple of Za's arms. And, hey, what do you offer us?
The first piece of information I offer you in our alliance is you will soon be accused of additional crimes by Gell Moran. He has fallen under the influence of the Eidolon and and is carrying their influence deeper into the courts of Lesser Helium.
Does it go higher? Does the Jed know?
As far as we know, this is a more recent development, and Roland Ban was the previous consort and advisor to the Jed. He was found murdered the previous day, and suspicion is that through the Eidolon, Gell Moran has secured his position close to the Jed.
You keep referring to the Eidolon as if they're different from you, but you both share beliefs.
No, the Eidolon are a threat to all of Barsoom. Their pursuit of this mind control technology and their goal to enslave Barsoom as all mind controlled slaves is not what we believe at all. The Holy Thurn only offer a peaceful relationship and a peaceful outcome for all of Barsoom. This group was thrown out, and the heads of this group when this conspiracy was found out, we threw the leaders of this group out of the Holy Thurn and out of their homeland, and unfortunately, I lost someone very important to me during this conflict. So I've made it my goal to expose their corruption and bring about their downfall. What they are attempting to do is against everything that we believe in. The Holy Thurns have always believed in peaceful and in peace and personal decision being priority.
That doesn't really align, though, in my mind. That doesn't really align with like how their religion was processed, though, right? Because the White Martians were kind of the head of that, and
right.
When they did mind control people, they just lied to them all about.
They were what was happening is the Holy Thurn were actually innocent in the whole conspiracy. It was the Black Martians that had the Black Martians that were running the whole. So they were telling them there was this kind of a deception and making this Black Martian queen basically their goddess, considering her a goddess, and so that they needed to make offerings to her. But it was basically a Black Martian conspiracy that was perpetrated through the trust and the means that the Holy Thurn had developed. So no, actually the Holy Thurn and kind of even counter to the movie aren't as diabolical. They were actually caught off guard by this conspiracy.
Okay, and is that something I would actually know?
Yes, yeah, that was by this era. That's one of the big things that John Carter, after killing their goddess, he exposed this enslavement, and that they were actually the Black Martians involved in this had become cannibals, and they were actually offering the people worshiping to their goddess. Yeah, it was pretty gruesome.
Listen, sir, what was your name again? I'm sorry.
I'm Joran Tai.
Joran Tai. I am obviously not from here and don't know much of your religion, nor do we have time to learn about it. So I simply need to know what this alliance does for you, what you will expect of us.
I merely want to. We have common cause, and I merely want to assist you. If you do wish to see the end of this threat, you have probably been exposed to the extent to which they will go to bring about this means of mind control. And if you wish to bring this threat to an end, then we are in agreement. Then I will offer you what I can in support, and as well as information, and we shall hopefully see this the Eidolon and their leaders brought to justice or eliminated.
Will you fight with us tonight?
Unfortunately, I myself am not a warrior. I operate more behind the scenes, but I can provide you if you need support. I of course can offer you support as far as soldiers or any manpower that you would need.
We've heard rumor the Eidolon have acquired this data, and we seek to destroy it as soon as possible before they can disseminate it amongst their ranks.
Yes, the attack on Korvas. Yes, we're aware of that as well. Certainly.
Are you tracking them? Do you know of their movements?
We are aware basically of what they are. I have of course spies and associates in most parts of Helium that can follow their movements. I should be able to, if there's something specific that you need to know, I should be able to find that out for you.
We need to know if that data has been removed from Korvas and taken somewhere, or if it's still there or still in their camp. Because we were about to venture out to their camp near Korvas in hopes that it was still there. But if you have a way to find out for sure, that would be of great assistance. Certainly, yes. Just give me a little time, and I should be able to find out where they proceeded after the attack on the ruined city. So I have a question, because it hasn't really come up, but we talked about it at the very beginning. Because everyone here sort of has a psychic bond, you had said something about they can't really lie to each other. Right. Mm-hmm. Yes. Is Za, are you picking up what he's throwing down? I mean,
that is a good question. Well, with that in mind, we should have thought about this before we were talking about Gell and stuff like that. Like if he was being duplicitous, but yeah, can I tell if is it a is it just something inherent, or is it something I need to test for, or is it just how?
No, yeah,
you normally
you would,
operate?
yeah, you would know, Martian to Martian, you would know if someone was being deceptive, and von Klumpt would actually be able to be deceptive, and I think that's what helps your spy skill as well. Is you have an ability to block people from reading your thoughts, but Martians, when they speak, they're speaking directly about their cause. Yeah, so you don't have to worry so much about the conspiracies. Will have to be more logistic and less kind of convincing you with words. Like you're not going to be directly lied to in your face. It's going to be a conspiracy of actions against you. But if you find that they are happening, they'll be confessed. Like there isn't a way to conceal motives and things.
Okay.
Yeah. So the story about him losing a loved one, the Holy Thurn splitting, basically, and the Eidolon being this offshoot, is completely factual. As far as with the Martian telepathy, you can tell that.
So it doesn't really matter, but I'm just curious, like, how do Martians deceive one another? Is it just by lying by omission kind of thing, or?
Yeah, I would think that's the only way. Yeah, because there's, the honor in their combat, and then the honor, in their interaction. Yeah, you can just not not bring it up if you don't. If people are never questioned about it, then they're able to operate. So something like this mind control then would be very powerful, because you could make people do things that they wouldn't do, that would be dishonorable. They would.
Oh, very well. If you can do this with haste, I would also add that if it is at that camp or in Korvas, we will definitely need fighting men.
Certainly, I can secure you however many you need. Of course, to a concealable limit. I wouldn't be able to secure airships and legions, but of course, a fighting force would not be impossible.
Excellent.
Small group that can move quietly.
Yes, I agree. The Eidolons, we don't know the extent of the Eidolons' influence, so I think stealth is important.
How long will it take you to find this information out?
Sorry, the doorbell, guys. Just a sec. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, no problem.
So I think we send him on his way. Hopefully, he can come back tonight.
Yep.
We take a power nap, so we're all energized and ready to go.
Yep.
And then we
go in the back alley and rough somebody up and get some momentum. No.
I mean, you should have a drinking contest or something beforehand to build a little momentum up. And then...
There you go. So, did you understand my text about the hobgoblin?
Yeah, did it go back to your side? Is that what happened?
Yeah, pissed me off. I was thinking it would like fizzle the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it'd be looking for it, but it's not there, kind of thing. But I guess it just triggered the same effect on his
Both
side.
sides.
Yeah, I was so mad. I look like a fool.
Yeah, I've been experimenting with other deck stuff. I've been trying to use the movement deck, and that sometimes it's awesome. I'd say it's a 50-50. Either it's cool or it just does nothing. Or the only play is something that would ruin like the Himdall and all that stuff, because it's like if it all lines up great, you end up with these huge stats, and then you can like push stuff around to wherever you need it. And if you don't get the stuff in the right order, it's like, well, I don't want to move anything right now. Like I can't play Doctor Strange because that's going to pull this thing over. So I just have no plays again this turn or something. And it goes back and forth between being super awesome and lousy.
Yeah, at the level I'm at, like mid 40s, with the whatever that middle track is called being like 210. A lot of people are playing that Heimdall, And sometimes it feels like they're doing calculations, and sometimes it feels like they're just like, well, let's see what happens.
Yep.
Yes.
Sorry, we're talking Marvel Snap.
No, it's funny. It's funny that depending on the time of day that I play it, I either get Spanish players or Japanese and Korean players, and the play styles are totally different. I noticed that with some other mobile games too, but it's really funny to you just have to kind of switch mindsets because the Spanish players play so aggressively, and I don't know why it's all Spanish players, but all their like names and stuff are all
in Spanish.
But they play really aggressive, and they play all the really dirty cards, like the tricky cards, but just bam, 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 bam. And the Japanese and Korean players like set up these insane combos. Like they're just like the opening is just like what's going on, and then you see this wham, 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 wham. I've seen some insane combinations of things. I've seen Apocalypse destroyed like half a dozen times in a single game. Yeah, it's like really crazy stuff.
Those are the Apocalypse people crack me up too. I was like, all right, here we go, blow him up again.
Right. Here he comes. Now he's 21. Now he's 25. Yeah.
I had a guy get on the was it Hulk World or whatever it is, where everybody turns into the Hulk.
Oh yeah. Someone
got 4 of those out before it went off, and then Heimdalled them all to another place.
Right.
And it's like, God damn it.
Yeah. I had who's the blue alien from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yondu.
Yeah, Yondu. Yeah, I had that location where you play a card there and a copy of it goes into your hand. Or no, it goes back into your hand. You play it and then it comes back, and I'm like, oh, why would you do that? What benefit is that? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, Yondu. So his thing goes off and he kills a card, and you can just every round you can kill. So they had no draw. Like I basically
like a mill deck.
Yeah, basically milled them down to just whatever they had in their opening hand.
Yeah, the other one, the one where the card you play, it fills the location with duplicates of it.
Mm-hmm.
I did that with the Scorpion. So it gave everything in their deck like -4 or whatever.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
that felt so good.
Yeah, I love when you have Nightcrawler for that. Or Vision, and you fill it, and then you just move everybody, and then you fill it again.
Tricked you.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Moving. All right. Oh, sorry. So, you were saying how long it would take to find out the location?
Yeah, like if he thinks he can get back to us tonight, or
it will probably not be until daylight that I will have this information. But I will be in touch as soon as I do.
I don't know if that's soon enough.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think they can get it transcribed by the
Plan B. Could you dispatch a group of fighting men to meet us at that camp tonight?
I could, yes, of course. Yes, that's a.
I say we take a chance and just go out there.
And you can still pursue where maybe the information is, in case we guess wrong.
Yes.
Okay, I will do that.
Well, I guess the nap's out.
Yeah. No nap for you. Grab another drink of... What are we drinking here? Barsoomian Pale Ale or something?
Right.
A nice red Martian lager.
In Prussia, we drink more of the golden ales, but that's okay.
like yellow Martian ale?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, after he leaves, I guess we'll grab a sandwich to go and.
All right.
I'll tell Tirol that he needs to keep his weapons handy and keep a sharp eye out.
Oh, okay.
While his father's working, and be prepared to flee if necessary.
Okay. Yeah, the tavern keeper assures you that Nalan Tir and his son will be safe in that secreted room. There's not Dinar. Yeah,
Sure.
Dinar says that there shouldn't be anyone. Shouldn't be. He's still up cleaning glasses. He's still washing your used glasses. So he's saying that they'll be secure. And but Tirol understands, and
perhaps Za, as you are a native, you could work out some sort of agreed upon emergency meeting place if this all goes sideways.
Oh, sure. Inside or outside the city, do you think?
Probably outside.
Oh, I know outside. Okay. You mean with Nalan and Tirol?
Yeah, exactly. And Tan, hopefully.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'll tell them of a very notable landmark that maybe
okay.
I've ran the herd by before. There's the standing stones on the blah 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 cliffs of Yakadishmak. Someplace that's a day within a day's.
Excuse me, I believe it's Yakini Shmoom.
Yakadishmak cliffs.
All
Something
right.
that's within a day's travel of the city.
All right.
And tell them that's our emergency meet site.
Okay.
That's so awesome, because usually when we play role-playing games, we never figure out a second backup plan.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so you're going to set out this evening then and so how do you want to travel?
We're gonna
taking your throat.
mount up Sashi and
Okay, good.
just walk out like we were meant to be there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Maybe we'll go out a different gate than the one that's right by the
Sure.
the hole. Was it the hell?
And then the Black Hole Ka Zara. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So it's going to be, though, the travel time even on thoat, not on foot, on thoat, is still going to be sunrise. So you're going to go out into kind of the cold night of the desert, but by the time you get there, it's going to be dawn.
Okay.
Can't you make this thing go any faster?
Well, she's already ran me across the whole city.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no time to recover. Sashi is called into service.
Mind you, she didn't have to run serpentine patterns through the whole city like yours did, but
Yeah, that's right.
Right, and crash into carts and things.
Mm-hmm.
Get stuck in alleys. Well, I suppose, or should we sort of take our time a little in hopes that this white Martian's men catch up with us?
Well, I think that we should head out and see if we can even scout what's happening. We killed a lot of people at that camp and
Yeah,
right.
and did some stuff, so it's possible that they've abandoned it. So I say we go out, scout it, and then hopefully they'll catch up with us at some point.
You still have that fellow's rifle with the scope on it?
I would say yes, but it's not part of my core equipment, so I don't know.
All right. Yeah, there wouldn't have been anything. Yeah, any crazy situation. It would have easily been able to. You could store it on your thoat. So yeah, you could have.
Okay, well,
have anything that you were dealing with before. You haven't been imprisoned or anything, so yeah, you wouldn't have lost any gear.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like the plan then is to ride out there and maybe survey it from a distance.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right to me.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah. So if you want to make it there before sunup, you can spend a luck point. If one of you just spends a luck point, that'll get you there.
Your turn.
That'll get you there in the still while it's dark. If you want to observe what's going on.
All right. Yeah, I'll push Sashi a little. I'll spend that luck.
Okay.
Use a couple extra legs to get us moving.
Right. Yeah, that'll do it. So yeah, you started off early enough that you won't have much time before daylight, but you'll at least be able to observe the camp.
Excellent.
All right. Okay. So so you travel through the desert at night. There's nothing. There isn't really.
Oh, we circumvented the whole ship thing. That happened at the end of last episode.
Right. Yeah, there's still a ship out there waiting for you.
Okay.
That threat will get spent. That threat will be spent eventually. So yeah, I'll save that. I'll save that. But yeah, there's still a big interruption coming. But maybe not until daylight. Let's see. You see, so as you're approaching the outskirts of Korvas and approximately the location of that camp, you're still far off, like on an upper ridge, and you can kind of see down in the valley. You can also see a small encampment of red Martians that you are assuming, you would probably have to interact with them to be sure, but are assuming would be the men that you requested from Jara and Tai. So there's a group of about a dozen red Martians camped out in just a very temporary encampment outside, kind of out of observation distance and kind of concealed from the Eidolon camp. But you see their fire during your observation. But for the Eidolon camp, you don't see any you don't see any activity. There's no light or fire at this encampment.
Is it close enough to the ruins that we can tell if there's any like light sources or anything going on in there?
Oh, in the ruins? You don't see anything. I don't see anything in the direction of the ruins either.
Is there any gliders or anything parked there again?
No, there isn't. Yeah, there looks like very, very minimal activity at the camp itself.
I think they went back to that gentleman's home, but I don't know.
Well, we assume that Scoma or Dal Vora is there anyways. We're here now, though. I say we go in and see if there's anything we can recover.
Okay. Should we group up with those men first?
Yes, definitely. I want to see what they're made of.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll go over to their camp, give them a look over.
Okay. Oh, let me see. Okay, so as you approach, you're confronted by one of the red Martians that's standing guard, and he says, Durantai has sent us to wait here. Are you who we have been waiting for?
Yeah,
we are. Have you kept eyes on the camp?
Yes, there's been no activity around the camp, no coming or going, and we haven't seen any fires or movement. So I'm not sure what your intention is here, but we're here to assist you.
I'm gonna look over the group. Do they seem like military personnel? Do they seem like soldiers or warriors?
Yeah, they seem competent. They have they're decently equipped, but look like hired. They don't look like they've come directly from any Helium military. So it looks like they are some sort of mercenaries hired from other parts of Barsoom, from other Red Martian cities. But
they get more of a mercenary vibe than like they're
Yes.
holy warriors of Thurn type vibes.
Yeah. They definitely have don't look like they have any special Thurn training or anything. They're very, very much Red Martian mercenaries from your experience.
Okay, well, we're going to go investigate that camp up close. Perhaps you can escort us.
All right.
How about you stay back, Lukas, and me and them go in quickly and try to capture anyone there. We can do some questioning and you can give us support from a distance.
Okay.
All right. So the leader of the group identifies himself as Del Vax, and says, "So, of course, we're at your service. So please lead the way. And what shall I call you?"
I am Jags Goren.
Very good.
This is my companion, Lukas. Klumpt. I still don't say your name right at all. I still say it all.
Give him a little head nod. Von Klümt.
Very good. I'm very surprised to see one of your kind here, Von Klumpt. But we were prepared.
To me to be here.
Yeah. So we were made aware of your presence by Jar and Tai, but seeing you in person is yet another thing. So I hope you'll bring us good luck.
All right, what is the leader's name?
Del Vax, Vacks, yeah, Del. Del Vax.
All right, I'm gonna have to keep a list of these Barsoomian names going here.
Right. I need a name generator.
Is there not a way to... This is really dumb to be asking while we're recording, but...
Oh, it's okay.
There's no, way to do, a paragraph on this stupid little notepad thing?
Oh, man, maybe not if it's just a form field, yeah.
What was...
dashes and stuff.
What was the white...
Oh, Joran Tai? Yeah, JORANTAI.
And what was the... I'm sorry. What was the name of the guy who's in cahoots with Scoma?
Oh, Gell Moran?
Yes, yeah.
Gal, like G-A-L?
G-E-L-L. Yeah, G-E-L-L. And Moran, M-A-R-M-O-R-A-N.
What a Moran.
Moran.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so you have about a dozen men with you. Is that what I said before?
Yes.
Yes. A dozen, yeah. Yeah, okay. So a dozen Red Martians, and they all appear that they can move stealthily. They're not heavily armored or anything, so they'll easily be able to approach.
Von Klümt is caught a little off guard by Zogeren's sudden concern for his safety. So I'm gonna linger back, but I'm still gonna be in Jarsoomian leaping distance.
All right.
Everything's fine here. We're fine.
Good.
I don't know whether to be touched or suspicious.
Perhaps both.
So
maybe it's not your safety I'm after, but my own? I don't know.
Now I'm confused.
All right. So Delvax asks, so what is our plan to take this camp? Should we surround it, or do you suggest we approach from one side?
Well, if my memory serves, all the green Martians are dead, correct?
Yes. Yeah. You were able. Yeah. The green Martians were eliminated in the from the airship battle. Yeah.
So I say I'll tell them we'll loop around behind. We'll cut all 4 tents.
Okay.
Try to capture anyone inside, and then immediately, and as quietly as possible, then immediately take the main tent in the center.
Okay. All right.
Our goal is to kill no one. We're after information. This isn't a murder fest. I don't know what the right term is.
A bloodbath.
Slaughter.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So Delvax nods to you and follows your command. So that's what you do. You approach from the other side and slash into the tents. Let's do a some stealth though to make sure. If you want to approach completely silently, you probably should roll.
Okay. That doesn't feel like true stealth is not really, I don't think, Zagoran's strong suit, but we'll see.
Right. All right. And let's see. So probably, reason and daring, or how you want to approach, and if you want. If empathy is a little bit better, you can do. How about
daring and empathy?
Yeah, daring and empathy. Yeah, that seems to be a good combination.
All right, needed an 11. I can do this, or not.
Oh no!
I am not quiet. I have no momentum, and I didn't spend luck ahead of time, so I go clomping in there.
Okay. So you're in the dark. You're surprised, and they've also set up around the camp. It seems like they've massed lichens and some sort of a lot of dried plant life and stuff to make your approach as noisy and difficult as possible. So it's not so easy. You may not be able to see it on the map, but you're tromping through a lot of things that have been kind of laid out to make it as difficult as possible. So you make a lot of noise as you approach, but now you're right outside the back of these tents. So do you give the order to
yes,
to slash them?
Cut it open, and
all right. So of the sorry, let me just check here. Of the 4 tents, 3 of them are completely empty. You don't see anything, and even signs. Oh yeah, we can put some Martians out too. Oh, I don't have any generic red Martian. But you don't see any signs of even recent bedrolls or anything. It seems like no one has been here for a few days. And on your way in too, you notice that there were many fewer of the supply crates and things. Something had been taken.
Okay.
Let's see. In the third tent, though, which, let's see. I guess you didn't. There was no fumble or anything. So in the third tent, though, you hear 2 of the Red Martian soldiers are startled by a couple of the smaller blue apes that have seemed to have taken up residence in one of these tents. So as they slashed the back of the tent, they disturbed these slumbering blue gibbons, and that immediately start shrieking. start shrieking and shrieking at the Red Martians, and they are looking. They as soon as they're confronted by these the sounds of these blue apes, they look to you to give the order if they should attack them or if we should or what should be done.
Give him a stabbing hand gesture to tell him to quiet the apes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. And so we don't have to do and because they've kind of caught them off guard. As soon as they're given the order, they they slash the throats of these blue apes, who are not formidable, not even close to the size. They're basically smaller, human size, like a little bit less than human size, but have been known in larger numbers, have been known to be dangerous. So you, of course, from your experience, you would know they should probably be dealt with as soon as possible. So the shrieking silences to gurgles and this pair of blue apes or blue gibbons, that were in the.
Gotcha. I'll run immediately as soon as I get that order and I see there's something in the tent. I'm hurrying to the main tent in case there's anyone still.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, from the sound. Okay. Cool. That totally makes sense. All right. That was von Klumpt that was there before. So you burst into this main tent, and it looks similar to the others that you the others that you found abandoned. There's not much there. As far as supplies or even evidence that people have been here recently.
All right, I'll step back out and give in the direction that Lukas is, like give him a wave and a come in gesture.
Oh, okay.
Oh, time to leap over there.
All right. So a quick leap, and you are you're in the camp, and it appears to be, except for those two now deceased gibbons, it seems to be abandoned.
So there you see no flares, no inappropriately giving our enemy any information. That is how you infiltrate a camp.
You murdered some monkeys.
They were making noise. The important thing is that no one outside this camp knows we're here. We didn't shoot any flares in the air. We didn't make any bright flashes of light.
True. But I think it's now safe to assume that they have moved on.
Yes.
My guess is back to the city.
Seems like it. Is there any... So you're saying that it seems like no one's really been in these since... Well, it's only been like a day or whatever since we were here last, but it doesn't seem like anyone's been here since then.
No, nothing. No one says. It hasn't been reinforced, or no one's come by. So it appears, and you can still, when you were looking in the direction of the ruined city, you can actually still see smoke coming from the center. What would probably be the location of the Great Hall. You can still see smoke coming up from the ruins. So the assault was pretty fierce, and it doesn't appear that they needed the camp afterwards.
Yeah, they just flew out, probably.
It's possible they're at another camp, but unlikely.
Yeah.
Do we head back?
I think we do. Nalan Tir should be done with his work when we get there. And then we need to decide, do we deal with Gell Moran first, or do we attempt to get Nalan Tir in front of the prince to argue his case?
I suppose we'll feel that out as we go.
Delvax.
Yes.
Are you familiar with What was the name of the tavern?
Because
Kazara? Yeah, Kazara. Yeah, the Black Hole. Yes.
The Black Hole?
Yes. In my younger days, I would secure work there.
Well, I think what we need to do is have you meet us there, but I think you should enter the city at different points and not as a large group.
Certainly, yeah, we can. We should, and so we should meet then. Meet them at Kazara.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, so he nods, and his men head off, and they're going to they'll all rendezvous then with you back in the city.
I'm gonna leap back to the thoat. Let's go.
All right. So you were able to complete all of that before before the sunrise, but very quickly the sun is up, and your ride back to Helium is going to be to Lesser Helium is going to be a little hotter than the ride here.
Are there any cool places on this planet?
This is cool. It's a nice day.
All right. So you do make it back then, and kind of uneventful trip back. Za knows the best route to take and everything. So it's getting closer to midday before you before you or not midday, but yeah, like late morning before you make it back. And you do see outside, you recognize some of the group of the Red Martians have already made it back to the city. They may have had secured flyers or something concealed, so they made it back with pretty decent time and are kind of awaiting your return.
Well, that's embarrassing. They beat us here.
And yes, as you go inside, Delvax and a few of his men are seated. Are seated in Kazara, and nod as you make it back. We've returned without notice, all separately, as you instructed. How should we proceed?
Well,
I believe we're waiting on information.
Oh, right.
We'll. Why don't you just sit tight here, keep your guard up. We're gonna go speak with someone. I'm gonna walk over to find Nalan Tir.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So by this time, not only so Tan Vorn had returned with a device that he was able to use. He was able to bring to him in the room, and so now Nalan Tir has a kind of bound. He's secured a number of sheets of data on some sort of vellum that have been produced by this machine, and so as you return, he's securing all of this and says, "Yeah, I've completed not only the transcribing but the hard copy of all of this data. So we're safe to leave or to do whatever you think. I'm eventually going to need some time, either at my laboratory or some place comparable to start to spend some time processing some of this data. But as far as if you just want me to present what we found, I'm able to do that. Able to do that at any time. But so far, the data, I haven't done anything with the data to actually benefit my work. But have retrieved quite a considerable amount of information about what the ancients knew of neuroscience.
And the other aspect of this data that we discussed, have you taken care of that as well?
Well, yes. I've only created hard copies of what I would need as far as the repair and healing. So only in this machine and on the disk exist any of the additional data that you fear may be used incorrectly. But as Tirol has told me, it does sound like Eidolon, along with my treacherous daughter, may have secured their own copy of this data. I'm not sure they'll be able to be as successful as I was in utilizing it, but we'll have to find out.
Von Klumpt is his jaded past is sort of like overcoming him now. He's like, they have a machine gun, so we have to have a machine gun. They have an airship, so we have to have an airship. They have a dreadnought, so we have to have a dreadnought. I've seen this before. Well, do you think you can convince them to believe your cause, believe your side of the story if we take you to them?
Certainly. I've previously spoken with the Jed and presented my research, and they were very encouraging to the progress that I was making. So I'm sure if I confront them, not only with what I've been able to find, but what this means as far as what the Eidolon may use it for, I'm sure I can convince them.
Does the Jed, like, obviously he has a estate or something somewhere? Is there someplace where people do formal public meetings with him or anything? Like, is there a way for us to track him down in the world?
Of course, he would most likely, unless there is some sort of other diplomatic reason, he would most likely be in the palace, in the Palace of Lesser Helium.
Is that someplace we can just go?
No, it of course it's very well guarded, very well protected. So we would need invitation or some we would need to be asked to attend. But I can send word of the importance of what I need to tell them, and I may, if I going through the Minister of Science and through that route, I may be able to secure some sort of what is the word? Some sort of meeting with the Jed audience with the Jed.
And what makes you think we wouldn't all just be arrested on our way to this audience?
Well, that if there is treachery in the Jed's court, that I believe it will always be a threat. We have to the few contacts I have in Lesser Helium may. I know I can trust. There's a few people I know I can trust, but as far as what is influencing the Jed, there's no way to be sure.
And someone to set up this meeting, and
yes, I'll have to send. Let me send word to the Ministry of Science, and let them know about the importance and actually the timetable that we're dealing with, the threat. If the Eidolon do have this data, the threat has been accelerated. So let me inform them and see what kind of response we get.
Does Helium? They have all these interesting technologies that fascinate von Klumpt. Do they have sewer system?
Sewers. Yeah, I'm sure. Yes, there would probably be a tunnel system, and you suspect because you didn't see Tan Vorn and Tirol return after they'd secured the device, but so you are assuming that there is some sort of access from the tavern to lower tunnels.
I'm gonna
I
ask.
have a suggestion, Von Klumpt.
What?
I have a suggestion.
Oh,
What
yeah.
if you did such a good job at pretending to be Scoma? What if you pretend to be Nalan? I escort you to the palace. If things go well, Nalan is with the mercenaries nearby, and if we reach the gates and no one arrests us, they usher him in quickly and we continue on. And if something does happen, he's secure along with the data.